Uh-oh. Oh, nope. That's not going to work. Hold on. Let me kill that. Okay, that's off now. Oh, nope. Here we go.
Oh, I'm not muted.
Yeah, hold on. That should be good now.
All right.
Testing, testing, testing. Professionals.
Attention all avatars.
All right, let me...
Success.
So I looked up the characters in the Lorax because, Chris, of course, you are the Lorax.
I am the Lorax.
I couldn't find any other character names that looked suitable for me to call myself, so.
Hold on, let me do this one thing, then we'll be ready.
Well, he's speaking for all of us here, so we must be the trees.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You put that microphone in the way.
My memory is foggy of that. There was a cartoon from that back in the day, too. And I could have sworn that Thing 1 and Thing 2 were in that.
No, different one.
Yeah.
Thing 1 and Thing 2. Thing 2 and Thing 1. Yeah, that is Cat in the Hat. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So he sat in that house all that cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally. We sat there, we two. And how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball. Oh. Thank you very much, Skeggy. I'm getting distracted. I've got like 3 screens up all showing the same stuff. I'm going to have to hide that. Bam. Okay, there we go. Now I think I'm ready. No, I'm not ready. Hold on.
The phrase that pays is, I speak for the trees, since today is Arbor Day.
I speak for the trees. I am the Lorax. You can thank the 8-year-old, now 8-year-old, yes, in case you missed it, 8 years old now. Amazing Maxine. She is in addition to all the other stuff, she is also a super earth-friendly, earth-conscious, and today is Happy Arbor Day. So that seemed like the appropriate phrase. I chose this one. And I believe Lainey was outed.
Yes, Lainey was outed.
Lainey was outed.
We all know now that it's Frank, this guy from Brooklyn.
For those who are wondering, I'll let you discuss in chat. I won't say who it is, but apparently Lainey was outed, willingly outed. It was confusing her. We'll see if anybody says it in chat. If somebody says it in chat, then I'll say it. Oh, nope. Justin just said it. Justin is Lainey. Lainey is Justin. I speak for the trees. Simtob, you got to say that in game. That is the phrase, though. I speak for the trees. You didn't put punctuation on that thing, did you, right?
Actually, you could say it without or with an exclamation point.
Let's see. Hold on. I was trying to look up something. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up our website. I am the Lorax. Let's see. We did a release. All right. We are now 4 minutes late. I think it's probably time to get rolling a little bit, and we'll just let people pour in afterwards. So thank you, Keymans4. Thank you, Skeggy Media. Thank you, Dices. Thank you, Simtob, for the follow. Oh, you've got some new people there. Thank you, Erish Pedo. Nailed it. Let's see. And thank you, I'm Bodiasi Bite Me. Thank you guys for the follow. Those are my favorites. I mean, I like the bits and stuff like that. Do not give me bits now, because you guys will start like the hype train before anybody's on the stream, and then it always goes bad. Thank you, Pifester there. For those who are just joining us, looks like we already got like 4 new people on the stream. That is awesome, because that hopefully means you guys are some new players. But thank you for joining us. This is our monthly release stream. We do a number of streams every month, but this is the one we always do right after release day. The Friday after release. For those who don't know, we release on the last Thursday of the month every month. 101 months in a row. Never been late. That was me knocking on wood, but it's going to make the dog bark. Oh, no, it didn't work. Dog didn't bark.
Huh.
Better check my dog. His batteries may be dead. Anyways, 101 releases in a row, 101 months in a row. That's a long time, guys. We are here today to talk to you about stuff that got done in the release, do some Q&A. We'll probably take some questions off the Ask a Dev stuff. Again, I want to emphasize for those who don't know, we have a channel in game that if you do just exclamation mark ask a Dev, then it will throw it into a special channel for us, you don't have to do exclamation mark, you just do Ask a Dev, right?
Yeah, just ask a Dev.
Yeah, I did write that. I know that. I just forgot. It's exclamation mark to do the raffle, which we're not doing raffles for those who don't know on these streams. We usually do the prize where you say the phrase in game. But anyways, Ask a Dev in game. It will paste the question to a channel for us where we talk about it. Let me see if it's in a state where it's safe and I could actually show people how much we talk about it. Let's see. Probably don't want to show exactly what the chat says there because we say some things. What are these guys asking for? Morons! We don't have anything that bad, but there is that occasional thing of, I think this is more in the flavor of, this isn't the bug channel, this is the Ask a Dev channel. But anyways, just so you know, we do read all those things, even though we haven't been answering a ton of them on the air. We do see those things, they do come up. We do read every single one that comes across there, and almost every single one of them has some type of response to it that we're talking about it, and people making notes or adding JRs for them. So anyways, keep that up. Keep doing that. But yeah, 101 releases in a row. Last Thursday of the month, every month, except in the holiday season because they poorly planned that Thanksgiving holiday and it falls right on our release date. Rude. Same thing with Christmas. Pull it up a little bit thin. But what did you have to say there?
I was going to say, there's evidence of the fact that we listened because there was a discussion of wanting to have some way to bring up local time and server time in the game. So the /time command has been repurposed. It used to output basically the server uptime, which is not really that useful for the players. So if you type /time in the game now, you should get a nice display that shows you your local time and then the server time along with the time zone, but not the in-game time as well. So the day of the month and everything in the game.
Let's see. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. And I think Sannio is going to join us. Have you guys seen anything from Sannio? Is he not here yet?
Yeah, I think he's not here yet. So.
All right. Oh, and just so you guys know, because I think this is one that'll get you excited, the next to the last question was... Oh, no, it looks like this was... Damon was answering somebody from 6:37 a.m. this morning. Taming the Shrew. I forget if that's... Munchichi. I can't... anyways. Somebody asked, when will rideable tigers be available in the Crown store? And Damon said, I might try to do tigers this next release. There you go. I honestly did not know that they weren't all in there until I started looking at the shop and stuff like that. I was expecting them all to be in there. I'll forgive Damon, though. He's as busy as I am. Rideable llamas. I seriously want rideable llamas, guys. I've used that as a release or as an example of proof that I don't rule this project with an iron fist. Because if I did, we'd have rideable llamas and we'd have tiny giraffes. Proof that I do not ruin. I listen to the other people on the thing. Torque doll, where you ride on his shoulders, like give you, and then we can just add a pillow weapon that looks like you're riding on his shoulders and you can pillow fight. Is that what you guys want? I see someone saying a torque doll mount. I think that'd be the way to go with that, is give you guys a torque doll mount and then give you a pillow where you can swing and pillow fight and look like you're riding on torque doll's shoulders trying to pillow fight. All right, we should get serious and get into the release here, or into the stream. So anyways, this release, as always, we have fixed a ton of bugs. We have added some new content and some new features and some new awesomeness. I think the big thing is you guys can probably thank Shimizu for the big cats. I mean, obviously Shimizu did not do the big cats, but Shimizu, I think, couldn't get more than two sentences into a conversation with me without mentioning where are my cats, my rideable cats. Thank you, Bridge Troll. Thanks for the bits. Oh, and thank you again, Pipester and Versago. But yeah, we got the mounts down. We actually got some good testing there. Again, you can thank... look, I don't even have to think which way. These guys, they have been making the project bug-free, or at least telling us what bugs are there. Doesn't mean that other people fix them. But they've been doing a great job keeping those. So there's a lot of testing going on. Belladonna Rose, I think the patch, did you push the button?
Yes, I did, and it's downloading now.
I am training, continuing to train other people to do my things, because I actually have, I think, twice this year that I'm going to be out towards the end of the month. One is to go to Syndicon, and the other is a hiking trip. Syndicon, I know that's rude, just like Thanksgiving. They did not plan their entire event around the Shroud of the Avatar release schedule. But I am planning on going, and it is at the end of a month. So I got to get these guys trained up. No, not Comic-Con. Syndicon. I'll tell you a secret. I'm really going to Syndicon. I do want to see them. I've been to the Syndicons before this. But the other reason I'm going is because it's near a cousin of mine that I haven't seen in a while that I need to see. And it's also near the Appalachian Trail, and I'm going to sneak over there and hike a couple hundred miles. Not a couple hundred. Probably hike about 50. But let's see. Let's get into the reads. So again, big cats. You guys got the big cats? Hold on. Let me trying to find stuff here. Oh, only one person has found me. Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
No other players have found me yet. I'll go fly around here in a minute. I just wanted to have something in the background that was not the back of our developer hub, that what I normally do. I think, Sannio, if you saw the release, there was some upcoming stuff. Grusk Factory is coming up. That was posted as a preview. Sannio might have got it out, but he actually was spending the weekend moving. I think he's one of those people, if you guys haven't seen, like, Austin's like the least, went from like being a cool, modestly affordable place to live to not super affordable, still cool. And now Austin is like, oh my God, what happened to our rates and our taxes and our property taxes and everything? And it's crazy, and it's all of Texas. Everybody's property taxes went up tons. But I think his rent, I forget how much it went up. He can tell us when he gets on here, but it went up a lot, like it doubled or something stupid like that. So he spent a chunk of this release and still working on it, still moving. So he lost some time, or else we might have had a Grusk Factory. I'm thinking we'll get it next release, though.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's already looking cool. And no, it's not a kissing cousin. People. Let's see. We're doing a few changes in terms of who's working on what internally. Again, we've got Beezus back helping cover for a lot of stuff that Elgarion was doing. Yes, we still talk to Elgarion. He's just not posting to Twitter is one thing. I had someone pointed out is he always, when he would post to our main Twitter account. And I've been continuing to post to my Twitter account, like, once every day or every other day or something like that. But I hadn't posted to our actual main Twitter account for 2 or 3 months. So I'm going to start doing that again. I did do that once again, but don't want people to think it's not idle. I just have my own little Twitter account. And actually the story behind that is I think we lost access to our main Twitter account for a while due to like a phone number change and it being tied to an office phone number or something crazy.
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, and you had to fight to get that back for us, I recall.
Yep.
Let's see. Again, another one that had been requested for a long time, and I think we tried to fix it a few times, but I think we actually have a fix for the Acara Armor Set that worked for a long time and then broke, and now it works again. That was a highly demanded thing. Also, Beezus stepped up and did some awesome stuff and fixed the big cat skills. These were things that I added, and they worked on the non-tamed versions, but not the tamed versions. We got those guys fixed. Let's see. Going down the list here. User interface. Freaking Devil Cult is like knocking it out of the park here lately. If you guys saw that's one of my favorite things. I think it's going to make a big difference is in some of the auction stuff going on. Uh-oh. Thank you, Versago, is the being able to link items in chat. So you can actually link items, which I think is going to be super important for the auction stuff. But being able to link it in chat so you can also post stuff up there. I haven't seen anybody linking. I guess I'm not watching my chat right now. Anyways, I've got my chat covered up so I can't see it even if you did do something. But that is awesome. Long overdue. We've got the new translate command. That's can be a little fun in terms of translating people from other languages. I'm both the Sia Bite Me. You can ask on here. I will probably miss it, but I'm looking down at chat occasionally, and I have the attention span of a dog or something with small attention span. I'm not sure what has small attention span, but our dog has a small attention span. But anyways, I do look down occasionally. I am trying to get over there and check out the Ask a Dev stuff. How about if you ask in game, and I'll go check the Ask a Dev. Squirrel. Let's see. And time command was updated as you mentioned. Some more Lua stuff is on. I know there's a bug in the Lua stuff that should be fixed in the Tuesday patch, I believe. I think we'll do a patch on Tuesday that'll be possibly the last patch for the release. I doubt that's true, but we'll probably do a patch on Tuesday that will pick up the fix for the Lua add-on manager that was added in. A lot more Lua stuff added, some more Lua functions. The phrase that pays is, "I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees."
Well, edit that.
Okay, it's just "I am the Lorax." You can type in all of it though, and it'll work. It looks for a sub command out of that, in case you didn't know.
I speak for the trees.
I speak for the trees is all you have to say. I am the Lorax. Let's see. Changed how our party loot finally by demand after like far too long. Let's see. Let's see. Heartbeat sound removed. There's just a bunch of stuff. There's a ton of stuff in terms of world changes. As always, Sannio, in addition to working on the Grusk Factory, did a ton of quest fixes. Getting the young snow tigers spawning correctly, correctly now. As Ali Oop pointed out, I guarantee you they're wrong. What we call female lions, and we have some cats that they're just referred to as female cats, but there's no reason to call them females. Like, anyways,
the wild ones and the tamed ones are fine. It's just the mounts in the store.
Okay, the mounts are wrong.
Corrected.
I will also point out that Ali Oop begged me, please go change the lion to say, or it was cougar. Go change it to say female lion, and I went and changed it, and then 15 minutes later, she pings me back, and it's like, oh, you know what? Female lions have a name. They're called lionesses. So I don't know if that's wrong. I didn't go back and change it, so they may still be called female lions.
Yes. I believe that they've been changed to lioness.
All right. A bunch of bug fixes, more Grusk tuning. Again, Grusk is one of the scenes that went live last release. And as always, right after the release, we had a lot of little feedback and, just some moving, some bush stuff. There were fixes to the the platforms. I believe that made it in. That made it in, right? Yes. So you will be, the platforms will be, I've not gone to verify that. I saw that change list go in, but I did not go verify it myself in game. That is actually a big thing.
Fix needs testing.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome. And again, tons of player town updates, tons of bug fixes, floating stuff fixed, quest fixes. You guys can go read the patch notes. Again, too much for me to read off here. But the big stuff, cats, some cool rewards. Grusk Factory is coming soon. As you guys know how we do that, in case you haven't seen before, we usually put the scenes on the QA server shortly after we do our last patch. So that'll probably happen sometime, I don't know, it may not be this next week, but maybe the week after that we'll be doing QA builds. And also, thanks to, let's see if I can get it right. Bam! Got it. Thanks to that guy, we are getting more QA builds as well. Because, again, if you have, I'm sure most of you have not worked on a big server MMO project. Even though it is, we have it down to a thing that's a pretty simple process to publish, it's still scary. It takes a lot of courage to go and push the buttons to release a new server, especially on live. But I think I'm finally getting some people over their fear of publishing stuff. Although
yeah, I've been holding off doing live stuff and wanted to get really comfortable with QA. So I'm there now. So, you know.
And QA patch notes, lovely QA patch notes. I know it's, yeah. So but it also is true. I'm trying to think how many like one-off, like, oh, yep, that happens every 3 months. Oh, yep, that happens every 3 months. How many things broke in the last 2 weeks when you were trying to publish or we were trying to publish stuff?
Right.
You know, servers running out of something. One of our servers just randomly decides it will stop accepting port 22. You have to go restart it and just random stuff. Port 22 being SSH to the 90% of the world who doesn't waste brain cells on that stuff.
And even if it doesn't fail, it still takes a good chunk of the day. I mean, you know, it's overall, I guess, about a 5-hour process still. I mean, it's about 3.5, 4 hours for the builds to go, and then from there, there's some other buttons you have to hit, and there's some 45-minute waits in the middle and things like that. So you got to remember to come back. So, you know, but not too bad.
Anyways, overall, yet another amazing release. Pretty good on the bugs. I haven't seen too much big stuff. A couple of new things have a few little quirks in. Like I said, the Lua Manager will have a fix coming out soon. But things are getting kind of glorious. I'm excited about the moving platform stuff working finally. That finally getting a real fix. It's been fixed about 10 times in case you didn't know. But this one is going to stick.
There you go.
We'll see. Confidence is high. But yeah, that opens up a bunch of new stuff because there'd actually been a few things we wanted to put in the game that were not, like they were cool ideas to use for moving platforms, but we basically talked about them and said, why would we do that when that looks horrible? So this was step one to unlock that stuff. But now having the like moving blocks and things like that we can actually have as decoration, so you can use that in your, you know, in your whatever, your little build or your maze. All right, let's see. That is all that stuff. Let's see. I'm going to look through the chat here real quick. Again, thank you, Versago, and thank you, Bridge Troll. Also, for those who don't know, we kind of did this out of order. That's what happens. We only do this once a month, so I got a little rusty. I am Chris Atos Spears, although today I think I am on Chompers, one of my alts, so that I don't get harassed too much and people can't find me as easily, although the name of the scene I'm in is on the screen. Right up here I have, ignore his nameplate, that is Ravalox. Yeah, your room's really coming together. It's been looking good there. Do you just keep that Linux screen over there? Is that just for show so people will think you're cool?
No, that's actually SodaBot.
Oh, okay. Well, there's SodaBot.
Yeah, it's a temporary SodaBot server. This next release, my plans had been, I'm hoping I'm still going to be able to do it, is to pay attention to some operations stuff, and there's a server that needs to be upgraded. Once that's done, then I'll be able to merge SodaBot into it, and it'll host SodaBot as well as some other stuff that we use internally, and that'll eliminate that monitor actually, and get us up onto a newer base level version. The framework has to be updated, which will fix a bunch of other stuff, including stream alerts, which are not working exactly the way I want them to. This is actually old code that we're running now, and some other things that need to be done. But I have a backlog of SodaBot programming to do to integrate some things. And wanted to mention, since I have the stick, as it were, right now, that it's, as of the current patch, apparently the new recipes aren't in Solania yet. So we have to take a look at that and see what's going on with the new recipes.
All right. Yes. Don't try to get to the scene I was in. I've come to Castle Atos. I realize staying in Castle Atos may attract a few people to Castle Atos. For those who don't know, Castle Atos was a scene we added earlier this year. It's the first thing that has my name in it in the game. I think the team decided it was silly that we had like Lord British stuff and Star stuff, Dark Star stuff, but there's no Atos anything in the game. So this was added as a place to come and meet and socialize, and see the fountains over here. Oh, and I just realized I'm probably not going to be in the same scene as you guys. I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Not as many people in here. Because you guys are on the last patch and I'm on the new patch. So let me find someone who is in Castle Atos and I can zone to them. Maybe your bridge troll's in Castle Atos? For those who don't work, again, we try to talk some tech stuff here and talk about some of the cool stuff we do with the Shroud. One of the cooler features we have is we actually have a system where we can do live patches without kicking everybody off or restarting the server. Again, this is pretty cool tech. I'm not sure if any other... There's where the people are. I was like, why am I always so alone? There, that's much better. But yeah, so we actually have an internal patch that we have not published, but as GMs are using our GM patcher thing, it gives us the latest version, whether we like it or not. I think any new dev on the team, about 100 times is how many times it takes them to remember to not patch if they want to be on the same version as everybody else.
The patch is up now.
Yeah, I still do it. So now people, if they patch, they'll be there. But one of the cool things we have is we have a system for doing live patches, where instead of it being like server downtime scheduled for 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, expected downtime an hour or whatever, we actually have a system where we can push out new server patches without restarting the server. And it actually does that by what it really does. If you want to know, again, since we're talking some tech stuff, is we have the data. The server has basically some big server reports and server everythings, and it can merge those two things, the old reports and the new reports, together, so it knows, like, if you're on version 1529 of the client, like I happen to be, you guys won't see that on your screen, that's just a GM thing. You guys are probably on 1528 here, but it'll know if you're on 1528, you should be using this data set. If you're on 1529, you'll be using that data set. If there's code changes, there's a whole nother server spin up that there's basically two servers running side by side. Where it has both servers, and people who are on the old patch, if you're on 1528, you're going to go to the server version for 1528. If you're on 1529, you're going to go to the server version on 1529. And then, so basically what happens is you'll be on 1528. Oh look, Keith wants to join in. And then at some point you'll like zone or whatever, it may put you into the new server data version. Again, some of it depends on whether or not we're publishing just the server, just new server report data, or a new client. But sometimes you'll just zone and you'll be on the new server and not even know it. This is one of those things, players in game may have seen this a number of times, which you'll be in game and it'll say, this server instance is closing down in 1 hour. And that is generally because a new server was pushed. And it'll let you hang around on that old server for a while. But it won't let you stay there forever, because sometimes we're fixing things. It's like, whoops, imbalance. This thing was supposed to drop this thing 1% of the time, and it actually drops it 100% of the time. Happened a few times. And so we want you to move. And in those cases, we can always boot you and force you to move to the new server. But, ooh, fireworks, whee! Elwyn Moon, yep, there's one we need to fix. That's the ongoing. This is one that's been around long enough, and people intentionally do it. You can use your shrink stuff to make it so you get into the middle of your horse by putting on and off fairy cloaks and shrink items. So It's one of those that people do it intentionally. It's never accidental. So it's kind of want to fix it, but then I also worry that poor Elwyn will not be able to get in the middle of his horse. That's a pretty big reindeer. Showing off another bug. I think somebody was Tummy Rumble Thunder Bottom was doing. Don't fix it, they say. Makes for great streams though, having people in the middle of their horse. But yeah, so that's why I wasn't seeing anybody's, because I was on the new version of the server. Long story short, I was on the new version of the server. You guys were on the old version, so I wasn't going to your scene. But as a GM, I can cheat and teleport to people on the old version of the server. Let's see. Hollyhock. Oh, look, Hollyhock has her governor, or has their governor title now, right? Am I seeing that right? Holly, is that correct? I think that's correct. I think that was the thing last time we promised we'd get that for you. And of course, when I say I promise we will get that, I mean I promise someone other than me will get that for you. But yes, it looks like you finally got it. Yeah, you got a box and you got your title. Speaking of the boxes, I meant to mention this to the team. But yeah, I got yet another box returned. 9 months after it was shipped, I got a box back that was sent to someone in Canada.
You're kidding?
Yes, I've had them that long before. We had some that came back from the original sending, forever. I think the way it works is in some of these countries you have to go and like sign for it. Or this was one that I think it went to like a box that they had to go and pick up, and they never picked it up. And then after some amount of time, it just gets sent back. So, if it's
was it in Alberta region?
I didn't even look where it was. I just like, whoops, it's Canada.
Yeah, there is a box that we sent out a couple of times that actually did exactly that. Goes to the local post office, and then it got turned around back to us. Oh, and speaking of the United States Post Office and such, there's still a shipping restriction out to Australia. So I know we still have a handful of boxes that can go out to Australia, but we can't send them yet.
I think it's about 4 or 5 is what's left on the list. Then yeah, that's, for those who don't know, yeah, that's what he just said. But the details on it is technically we could ship it. But the price is somewhere around $100 per box to ship it to Australia right now. So we're gonna wait on those since it's only less than half a dozen people. But we will be getting those out once they actually lift the shipping. Allow the shipping. It seems things are getting pretty close back to normal. That's a nice look. I like that. Little Iron Man. Go down there. For those, again, who are new to the game and don't know, that's one of the things we have that we're proud of is just our community, in addition to the tools we've built over time and the stuff we've added to the game to make sure that the community can truly have fun with everything. Oh, and since I just saw someone gift, let's see, Keymans4, thank you very much. Hollyhock, thank you very much. Spry1, thank you very much. And we will do at the end of the stream, we will draw prizes. If we do get a hype train, again, don't feel you need to. Something's going on up there. Oh, that's just saying Spry. But yeah, if we do get a hype train going, we'll give out some extra rounds of prizes. Not to the people who give. It's not, you're helping your fellow man, not yourself in that situation. But we'll give out an extra round of prizes for every hype train we complete. Let's see. We have Sannio here. Welcome, Sannio.
Hey, what's up?
There you go. How's the move going? I was telling him that's, I'm sure you would have had Grusk Factory done in one release if you had not had to move.
Maybe. It's actually pretty far along. So what I do sometimes is when I make new areas, I struggle with the specific big gimmick of the area. Like in the Outlaws run, I had like the maze, shifting maze and stuff like that. Obviously, there was a lot going on with Grusk itself, like a lot of interactable sort of things. And then with Grusk Factory, I have these special elevators that I'm working on. So I go out of my way to sort of like make them kind of perfect, especially because I'm probably going to use them in more than one spot. And then as I build stuff, I place, like, say, like a wall that would probably place 1,000 times. and I realized the collision is terrible. But like it's a doorway. Collision is terrible, and the path grid won't build through. Like, all right, now I got to fix this. And like, let me double check the other similar doorways. Oh, those are also bad. Let me fix all those. And so you might, you'll never see it, I guess, but some people might find that some problematic walls or decorations or whatever suddenly are fixed because I'm working on a scene that uses those things, and I just sort of like go on these tangents to sort of have big impact. So, yeah, Gross Factory coming up next.
Just flying around here showing off some of the outfits. I do a horrible job of streaming. This is one of those things, actually I think that may be a, oh, there's a shield. Is that's got to be a heraldry, right? That's not a blood.
That's a heraldry shield.
We do give away, we do sponsor a few things that are blood related, but I think that's actually heraldry.
Yes,
that looks like blood.
That is definitely heraldry.
I was going to say we've done some, I believe the charity we give to is We Are Blood. But yeah, that looks like heraldry. Again,
that's Sarah. That's definitely blood. His job in the real world is blood related.
But that's, we try to, wherever we can, do charitable stuff. But we also have a system, I was going to point out again for those new people who don't know much about the game, that we have a heraldry system in the game where you can actually go and make your own heraldry and have your heraldry put on things. I was trying to see if anybody else around here had heraldry on stuff. But yeah, you can actually submit your own custom image. We also have a Heraldry Builder where you can build your own heraldry and get it approved faster, guaranteed to be approved. Looks like maybe that's someone's heraldry right there, the shield on the arm. No, that's got to be part of the cloak there, or the outfit. I was going to say, we also have 112 different outfits in games, so I honestly don't, sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, is that the normal one? And then we also have dyeing in games, so you can make things different colors. Not everything. Oh, there's some heraldry.
Yeah, there's a lot of creative stuff out there.
Oh, now everybody's putting on their heraldry cloaks. Nope, unless that guy's heraldry is pure white.
It's a polar bear in the middle of a snowstorm.
My creative 8-year-old daughter informed me on our hike yesterday that she wants me to add a snow lobster to the game. She wants it to be a lobster, but she wants it to be white and have fur. We'll get that on our list.
It's not too far off of a bark scorpion.
Oh. We'll get that on the list. Yeah, there's lots of heraldry out there. This is actually a charity item. Right there. But anyways, again, we try to get as much as we can in the game for socializing. We also try to take ourselves not too seriously when it comes to that type of stuff. As I say, as I'm watching a giant tiger. That is, for those who don't know, it's doing the Beast of Burden dance. Never be your beast of burden. This is the dance that Mick Jagger does, like in the video and stuff. But so that's where that came from. Is it's Beast of Burden dance, and all the tamed cats can do that. We try to make sure most pets have some type of dance, because again, if you're coming to a party, you want your pet to dance. I think the pigs do a Pumbaa. It's Pumbaa, right? Pumbaa's the pig. Help me out here, guys. Pumbaa's the pig.
Oh. Yeah,
Simba's the meerkat. I think it does the Pumbaa dance. You got over here, you got the Doge. I think that may predate the Dogecoin if you're thinking, or Dogecoin or whatever it is. And tons of dances, tons of outfits, all sorts of crazy stuff. But anyways, again, we try to do stuff and then we do not take ourselves too seriously. And players do not either. Oh, yeah, look, there's we had some kind of little Star Wars-y spoofy type stuff that we did at some point for some April Fools. That's one of the results. There are also some burned corpses that were burned bodies with smoke coming off them you could use as decorations from Star Wars. See? Huh?
Star Wars, what's that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But anyways, So again, try to build up the social stuff here, but let's get into some questions here. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about, or should we go grab some questions out of Ask a Dev? Sannio, you got anything you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Grusk?
We can talk about Grusk.
Factory?
It's had some little fixes to it. You can't get to the factory yet because it's not ready for prime time. So so Grusk is an above ground scene that we added last time. It's based Kobolds built it. Kobolds are our maker crafter type characters in the game, and they have a certain city in our new episode 2 expansion area, which is the area is called Mistrender. Grusk is their city, but roughly in the middle. And there's a docks. They have a lot of automatons walking around. They have typical bells and whistles you'd find in a normal town, like crafting stations and merchant NPCs, public vendor, and there's a few quests here and there. There's a lot of special conversations. There's a nice atmosphere to the whole town, I think. Travis helped adjust to get a special sky dome, and there's a lot of smoke coming out of the factory stacks, and some of the kobolds cough a bit. So it's not the greatest environmental area for the NPCs. But so as a sort of a follow-up to Grusk, the town, the factory section is going to have its own little dungeon area, and that's what I'm working on. When we talked about Grusk Factory before, that's actually what I'm working on. So it'll be a roughly linear kind of a dungeon. You'll go in through some elevators, some side rooms, a few wave battles. You get to like a final special area. I'm also going to put a reward blessing in the back of the area. That's one of those special blessings that you can get and last for like 3 days. Mostly it'll be kobolds, but because the factory is kind of focused on automaton creation, that's what the main export of the Grusk town. So there'll be like the clockwork monkeys and dogs and cats and birds and stuff. And it'll be kind of tier 8, but tier 8 plus. So most of the stuff will be like tier 8 bad guys. There'll be a few tier 10 and like I said, some wave battles. So for the most part, someone who can handle tier 8 areas should be able to sort of go through most of it. I'm going to put in a couple gimmicks too that are multiplayer benefits. Like there'll be like a secret side room, well, maybe not secret, but there'll be a side room where if 2 players do a certain thing separate from each other, then they get into that side room. That's the only way to get in. I'm trying to put in little things like that, a little benefit for those players who go in with their friends. It doesn't take away from the experience. Nothing really changes so much for the single player if he wants to go through, but just a little extra bonus for those players who go in with buddies. Plus, I'll also make up some quests. Even if I did have the scene ready early, which is not, I still want to put in like a quest or 2 that relates to the area. I like having, I don't know exactly how the quest will be able to put in my next release, but maybe there'll be like one single one-shot quest and then another one that's kind of like a daily quest. It's a usual format for creating quests for new areas. If I can get in more for that release, then I'll try to get in more.
All right, and when do you think it will be live on QA? When are you going to add it to the map so people can get to it? That's the important question.
So what I have in now is the basic blockout's there. I have putting in the extra decorations, like there's roots coming through some areas and boxes and desks. Of course, bathrooms. These kobolds love their bathrooms. And I've recently put in the resource nodes. So there's iron ore, silver ore, crystals, and a few other things. The next big step for me will be I'll put in like the regular bad guys, as in guys just in the hallways and the side rooms, some guys pathing back and forth. And then after that, I'll put in the wave battle actions. So that way when you fight guys, you kill a wave of guys, and then after a moment, more waves of bad guys come in. Probably like a door will open, and then the bad guys will seem to be coming through that door. Sometimes in the biz, we call it a spawn closet. So it'll look like a spawn closet opens up, and these bad guys come out. And then, attach the rewards to the wave battle. Right now, I'm thinking the wave battle only happens once, but potentially I might set it up so that it repeats. And if I do make it that it repeats, then I'll have to hook up the bonus treasure loot behind the doors to let you to restock it. There's a way we can do that sometimes. So there you go. Basically, I got to put the bad guys in, and then when the bad guys are in, then I can put it on QA, and I'll feel comfortable letting people run through and see how it goes. And any quests I might do or extra enhancements, I'll keep working on that stuff prior to the actual official release. So it might change while it's on QA, as any scene would.
Hold on.
How's that sound? Okay.
They're looking at my editor.
If you want to go to Gross Factory right now, you could. I see everyone's having fun.
I was doing something important. I was trying to get to into Unity so I could remember what the Bunny of Death and Destruction was actually called, so I could summon those and have them kill everybody at this party. It seemed like a good thing to do.
I think your party is also on. I think it's on multiple. There's multiple versions of Castle Atos, I think, because I'm in a second one.
Yeah, I think there's one for people who are in 29. Let's see. Hold on. I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, we've got 13 people here.
Yes, we got people in this one. We got 13 people in the other one, so I can only be in one. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading my chat. Don't see anybody whispering me for a summon. Don't see anything over there. Let's answer some questions out of Ask a Dev, I think.
Can I add one more thing for my stuff?
No.
I'm going to do it anyway. Here we go, because I'm a rebel. So a few months ago, we put in the scene, the Outlaws, what do I call it? The Outlaws Run.
Yep.
And there's a quest in there that involves these Cantabrigian cats. They're kind of like a blue-gray, green-gray kind of a cat. And you can actually get those cats now in our in-game store. If anyone who's in the Castle Atos scene where I am, you can see I just brought out my Cantabrigian cat.
I'll bring one out on my scene over here.
Nice. Yeah. They are it's sort of like a color alternate to the orange tabby cat. It's something I made. And then I also had to figure out how to make pets. I kind of actually did it wrong. So Beezus helped me with that one last piece. And then, of course, the rest of the gang put it in the store. So group effort. But, kind of started with me, so I'm kind of proud.
I had a request that I actually went and did some tests on, and it looked really good doing it. There's some people who really like the Obsidian, a couple of the Obsidian houses. I think the one they really like is the Obsidian City house. I was reminded of this by your comment on color variations. But they hate how gloomy and dreadful it is. And they're like, can you just make like a silver version of it, or a version that's not so gloomy so we can put that in our town without it feeling horrible? So I actually went and did some editing, and pretty quickly I was able to get it to be a white. It looks absolutely like it was designed to be white originally, and is white and glorious. And I'll have to figure out what I'm going to call it, but I'll probably put that in. I know it's sacrilege to have an obsidian tower that is whatever, so we'll name it something else. But
well, that's
it looks
what.
Like white marble.
So my question for you: I haven't seen whatever ones you're working on, but does it still have like the spikes and obsidian?
Still has the spikes. I was looking at that as whether those could be taken off, but it still had the spikes. But they were happy white spikes instead of dark, gloomy, black spikes. So
you could at least make them shiny silver spikes.
Yeah, I'll have to see how they're probably broken. Let me see if I have that in here. Oh, I don't have it in this scene. Yeah, I can't show it, but anyways, yeah, so I may do that. That was a request because some people really like that house. Some people say, in case you don't know, a lot of people think that is the best layout house there is in terms of like having like a big house. It takes up biggest chunk of city lot, but then it has like multiple decks and patios and places up top, and the decorating on it is amazing. And it's got a lot of like big open floor space. No, we're not going to make it solid gold. We can't touch gold stuff. That is like super sore topic. Don't get me started on that, because I shake my fist about that too.
So with the spikes, there probably is collision specifically on the spikes, but if there wasn't, then you can actually just give them a transparent material, and then it would just go away. But I bet this collision that requires the spikes to actually visually be there.
All right, I'm going to look for some questions here. You guys feel free to go look at Ask a Dev. Again, you can scroll back, as far as you want to. I'm just going to be hitting the ones that were asked here recently. As Modi Mool asked a question, and this I mentioned earlier that sometimes we quite frequently reply to stuff on the Ask a Dev, or mention something or tag somebody else in the team that we want to see it. But sometimes we also say, what are these people doing? That's not a question. That is, as Modi Mool says, baby giraffes. Not a question.
While you're looking for questions,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to congratulate all the folks who upgraded their pots this cycle, and I believe we have a couple of new pots as well.
Awesome.
Absolutely, yep.
Let's see, do we have the names at hand?
Lamplight was one of the new ones, and I remember that because we had a bug with it where they weren't able to manage their pot. I had to go in and fix something.
Right.
The funny behind-the-scenes gimmick about that is that there was a pot with the same name from a long time ago that got retired, and when we retire a pot, we do this special command that locks it, so players can't put stuff in there while we're dismantling it. And
Yeah, that's not a coincidence. It was actually the same guy.
oh, okay, so he liked his own name, and then when we brought back the name, our system saw that, wait a second, that's a pot that's locked. He shouldn't be able to do anything. So we had to go in and unlock it.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time that ever happened. It's the only time it happened to me. I don't know, years past, anything like that.
I'm surprised we have this many people in this scene, because this can only be people who are on the old version and have not updated yet.
Well, I've pulled some people in.
Oh, you're pulling people in here, so okay. That's maybe they can get around that.
Is that a general comment with Ask a Dev? I want to suggest that people don't put bug reports in Ask a Dev. You put those in the forums like normal.
Yeah.
It helps keep the Ask a Dev list nice and clean, and we can sort through things easier. And then keep the bug reports in their separate area. It helps sort through that stuff.
I might have said on some past stream that it gets it in front of our face. If there's something really important, you can do it on Ask a Dev, and all the devs. I shouldn't have done that. I'm a bad man.
The thing is, I also get we have a special chat channel that tracks stuff called bot player feedback. So if players report bugs that are only in the game, then I have that. So then if I also have Ask a Dev in the forums, and sometimes there's private messages, and once in a while I catch myself, I have all these different directions that bugs come in. I'd like to sort of consolidate where possible.
And thank you very much, Puddlefoot, for the resub. Let's see. Can the chat-linked items be clicked so that they open the preview window like items for the Crown Store does? I don't know. This is one of those things I've mentioned before, kind of how I run the team, which is the only people that are on the team are people that I trust completely, and I trust their judgment, and I know they can manage themselves. The slightly more humorous way I usually say it is, I only hire people who can manage themselves because I'm a horrible manager. But it's pretty true that everybody does. But this is the linking an item is something that I think had been on a wish list for a long time, and Devicult just took it upon himself to add it. So he's probably watching. So hopefully he'll see that one here soon. Actually, I guess I can reply to that one and tag him.
Mm-hmm.
Will we get German Shepherds in game at some point? I have a small dedication to mine that passed who served with me. Oh, that's so sad, and especially one that served. That feels like one we should be able to do. If there's, I can't believe there wouldn't be good models. We probably wouldn't do, spend the time to make a totally new one. But there's some things where, a German Shepherd is such a common style of dog and such a loved style of dog that there's probably a good model out there on Turbo Squid or somewhere that we can grab and use in game. and we should be able to do that pretty easily. So I'm not going to say yes, but that does feel like it. But yeah, wolf is pretty close.
It must have been backed up a lot by the big cats and making the mounts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually, I don't know when he started, but like a few months ago, he actually started, I guess, middle or late last year. He started working on a version of a dog that was based on my dog, Hero, and he hasn't been able to finish it.
Aww.
Chris, take a look and ask a dove.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's a good German Shepherd. That
I
we
wonder
can get.
if it'll fit on our shepherd dog rig.
Yeah, our dog rig. One of the requirements, and the reason that's important, is one of our requirements is that our pets dance. This may be a requirement we drop for some things at some point. That's always been a Damon battle cry. He does not want any new pets, anything new added to the game unless it can dance. But that may end up being something that blocks us, because again, we can buy high quality art from some places for common stuff like that, like a German Shepherd. Not many things more common than that. But strangely, the people who make those things do not animate them dancing.
I can't imagine how they could miss such an important thing.
They're all amateurs in that store anyways. Let's see. Anybody got a question they want to throw up there before I go and mention a few more things?
I'm scrolling through. I don't see anything specific. I see another mention. So I guess a couple of times, maybe it's the same player, keeps asking for the Castle Atos water to become fetid.
I keep asking that.
It's fresh. It's currently fresh water. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know that the water should switch.
I think that no one is allowed to make any fishing decisions on the team except for Winston. So that is one we're going to have to run by Winston.
Yeah, my thought was that Castle Atos has some of the finest water filters that money can buy, and all the wherever the source is of the water, it is clean by the time it starts circling Castle Atos.
Oh, and I wanted to call out again. I think I've probably already said awesome job a couple times. I'll say one more time for that person there for the patch notes this release. Holy cow, we're knocking it out of the park with the patch notes. They're getting done before the release. Can you guys believe that? You don't have to like nag us and tell us why didn't you do the patch notes and you missed item X, Y, and Z and all that jazz. Got done ahead of time and were absolutely stellar. I'd been saying
it doesn't always work out quite well. I mean, I put recipes in the patch notes. Where are the recipes?
Well, that wasn't your fault. That's fine. But yeah, that's Star did when he did patch notes. Like his patch notes were like, I would yell at him like, "Stop doing patch notes so good. It's like it's draining years off your life." And then I think I took over them briefly, and they got horrible. And then Elgarion took them over, and they were back up pretty close to Star, probably a notch down. And then I took over for a while, and they were like pretty bad. And then now Alley Oop is doing them, and I think they're back up to Star level, except they get done on time. Crazy, yeah. I know, right?
100 was a big struggle, but that was the first time. This was not terrible.
Oh, you're. Whew. I got it back up there. The sticky note fell off your name. Because all the windows shifted. So the sticky note is back. Let's see.
I got another Ask a Dev thing that came up.
Go ahead.
Can we make daily or repeatable quest icons on the compass a different color? Perhaps the option to hide them while they're distracting when trying to quest for normal missions. So it's obviously not obvious to anyone except me as the quest guy how this quest stuff works. So we don't actually have daily quests. We don't have sort of quests in general. We have tasks. Each little step and everything is a task. And conceptually, we think of them as one big quest. Multiple tasks equal quest. So when there's a daily that comes up, you get a flag. Usually what happens is you get a flag when you finish like the introduction to that daily quest. And that flag, the daily flag, says you cannot pick up or you cannot do this task again until the next day when the daily flag self-destructs. It goes dormant. and so you're blocked. You're not on the daily quest. You're blocked from picking up the daily quest again or turning in something again. And then when the flag goes away, then it's just sort of open. You can do that repeatable quest again because you're not blocked. So there's kind of nothing there that says you're on a daily quest. So Difficult and I were chatting a little bit about it, like once or twice recently when this question came up, that there would have to be like a lot of complicated setup on his part to sort of like gather info on all these quests and somehow I don't know, turn each sort of series of tasks into like a chunk or figure out like what is sort of create a concept of a daily task or quest. So for right now, we really can't do it. It would require new tech that is would be a huge hassle to make. It would be pretty cool. Yeah, we're not saying we wouldn't like it. It's just would be really hard. And that's also why we don't have like a daily quest or people quest section journal. For the same reason, like none of those are really identified as quests. Potentially, if we can go forward with it, I am prepared that he might ask me at some point that I might have to go back to every daily repeatable quest and somehow fill out some sort of spreadsheet or list or something that sort of identifies everything and what the different stages are. But it's gonna be a little nightmare for me because I kind of know the ones that I worked on, but other people have also worked on other repeatable daily quests, so it might be a little troublesome. All right, but I'm prepared to do it if he does a lot of awesome stuff. Like I don't know if everyone realizes how awesome Difficult is.
I told him at least 3 times already this stream.
Oh yeah, I should have. Yeah, well, not enough because he cranks out all the stuff, and he has some like full starts once in a while, and you might think, oh man, he's not going to make it. And then the next day, he's like, I figured out that thing, and here's like 7 more things that work also with the same thing. Like, oh my god.
People pointed out that we should probably have 2 XP for release weekend. I will leave it on, and we'll just let it turn off with a patch on Tuesday. I just turned it on. So you're welcome. I'll make that announcement.
Hey, Chris.
XP on for the weekend. Yes?
Prize innings.
What? Prize innings?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to do. You want to read off the fish stuff while I go do the prize innings, or did you already do the prize innings? You didn't do the prize innings already.
I didn't do them yet. How many do you want?
Well, I think we only got 2. They didn't discourage them from getting a streak going early, and then they didn't get one going late. So let's see. Okay. I think it's gonna be stuck in the line. I'll run 2 of them, and then if we want to, we can do more. No, not raffles. We're not doing a raffle. Let's see. And I meant to thank Irish Eyes again. Thanks to Bridge Troll and Spry One and a few other people there. Versago for earlier donations. Oh, this instance is closing. This is the thing I mentioned earlier. When you see the server thing come up, you see this. That means that some change was made. That the server's like, meh. You probably ought to change scenes. That's usually something changed, and it's just letting you. You can always just click new.
I also just got it in the other scene, in the other version of Castle.
Yeah, so then you'll stay in whatever thing you're in until then, and then after 60 minutes, it'll kick you out. The idea is that you'll be changing sometime in the next hour. You'll probably change scenes anyways, and you'll just get moved to the proper version then. So, again, that's example from the explanation I gave earlier on how we have a cool system for rolling the servers, quietly rolling the servers. Let's see, there's one of them. Is the other one gonna run? You can do it. So yeah, I feel like, you know, we've been here and we didn't get a hype train going. That's rare that happens. Again, I know it's because I discourage people from doing it up early there. But it feels like there needs to be some punishment for that. We'll see what happens here. Is that the right thing? There we go. There we go. Okay, now I'm taking care of people.
There we go.
Okay.
See, we love our players.
For those who don't know, this is one of the many things when I said we never take... Oh, what? They all went after a dev?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Probably because you did something to make them angry. But yeah, that's these are some more of our not super serious things. These are the bunnies of death and destruction. Again, Monty Python. We've had a few Monty Python themed April Fool's things. Or I killed somebody's pet. That's never good when you kill somebody's pet. They don't like that part.
I think it's funny that other games, they have like an April Fool's joke that is usually just like a news post about something that they're not actually going to put in the game. We actually often put it in the game.
Oh yeah. Well, this is good. This will make people zone out and get to the new instance of the thing. Let me see if I got the second drawing. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, you try it again. All right, let's see. I'm Boadicea Bite Me. I'm Boadicea Bite Me. The phrase, it doesn't matter if you say the phrase or not because I already did the drawing. But Boadicea Bite Me. The 2 XP starts whenever you click your heels 3 times. Actually, it'll start when you zone. If I'd have clicked that accept earlier that you just saw, then double experience would be on then. Also, usually when I turn on double experience, if you have friends that want to get into the game, I usually add another 0 to the starting character or to the daily XP pool. For those who don't know, which means if just logging in for the day, you get like 100,000 experience points in your character, your skill pool. So again, during these times, not just important to go out and adventure, but also just important to log in. You can log in with your twinks if you want to. Log in with new people. Did they finally kill him? Oh no.
So I'm scrolling through that asking dev, and I see a person asking, can they have a regular clock in the game? So some people have asked for like
I've seen that one.
In the game, some way in the game to see like what the real world time is. We have a lot of clocks in the game, and they show the in-game time, but we don't have one that shows real world time. But we now do have a / command / time that can show you. I actually just did it here. It'll show you the local client time, which is your time, the server time, and then New Britannia time and conditions, which is similar to what you would see on your compass. So it'll show like all 3 at once in your chat window. So hopefully that'll help some people who are, maybe you only have one screen, you don't want to sort of toggle off to see what the time is on your computer. Maybe you don't have some clock on the wall handy. Now you can actually do that / command.
All the dead pets. Oh, it's so sad. At least the rabbits are dead. Also, again, since this is supposed to be a kind of a stream for new people, if you see skeletons like this around, this is another one of those interesting thing that we have in the game. That means that some players sometime, in some instance, died in that position. This is one of those little weird things that I added like early on, 50, 60, 70 releases ago. But the idea was basically that where we have dangerous spots where people are going to die a lot, you'll start seeing skeletons in those spots, and it can be a warning for you. Except, of course, that people then kind of use it to just do fun stuff like go and jump off buildings and make piles of corpses in the middle of town and stuff. So,
yeah, anyways. It's kind of it's a draw. It's like, oh, someone fell here because they were maybe looking for something that was exciting, or running along some ledge to get to some secret place.
It's your chance to. Yeah, it's your chance to leave your mark on the world. But we have the prizes ready. Who wants to read? Who's up for it?
I'll do it.
Okay. All of it? There's only 2. It'll be quick and easy.
Do you want me to read the prizes?
I'll read the prize. You read the names.
All right.
Just because I want to hear you read that the first couple names there.
So
I'm going to read off 1 prize, and then Sannio is going to read off 2 names.
I see double in there already. But
each of those people will win an instance of that prize, which Justin will send out. Now that she's been added. I think the reason she might have outed herself, or somebody might have outed her, is like, I was worried so many times on stream. It's really tough because I know her as like 3 different names, basically. You know, her real name, her player name, and then her dev name. And so I'd stopped like even mentioning her on stream because I was afraid I would screw it up. And every time I'd have to say it, I'd have to be like, and I'd like Lainey. Every time triple, quadruple checking myself to make sure I didn't screw it up. But anyways, Justin will deliver the prizes afterwards. But anyways, the first prize is a ornate feather fan, which goes to... Come on.
Dursurus Bodhi. And Ikarna Deathbringer.
Congratulations. Next prize is Earth Glowing Mug, which goes to...
Ukulele.
That's nice.
And Aline Dragonfire. Is that how you say your name? Aline?
Yeah, sure. Next up is Ornate Elven Table Lamp 3-pack.
Rowena Roseberry is the first one, and Dursurus Bodhi again.
Tabletop Checkers set goes to
Dices and Chattel Aventari.
And last but not least, actually probably the nicest, the Potted Common Aspen Tree 3-pack goes to
Denali and to Scan 4.
All right, congratulations, guys. Those will get sent out. They may already be sent out. I'm expecting Justin to chime in. And I see Eileen Dragonfire saying, sad news, no beat, our in-game stream is not functioning. No. We'll have to look into that and see why that's not broken. I'm surprised to hear that. But yeah, we'll get on that. Maybe we're going to do at least, like I said, we'll do at least a patch next week. That's something we would probably patch in after that patch if it doesn't get fixed in time for the Tuesday patch.
Well, I think that's more of something going on her side.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to stream.
I think it's on our back end here, but thanks for checking. Oh, I didn't check. I just assumed we broke things. When there's bugs, I just assume there are bugs. But let's see if we got anything else here. Anything else we need to talk to people about? We're over our time here. I think we're getting pretty close here. Nobody? Going once? Going twice? You want to find me somebody to raid?
Wait.
Oh.
Fishing prizes.
Oh, fishing prizes. That's right. Ravalox, were you going to do the fishing prizes?
Yeah, okay. I'll go up here and find
I can do them. I'll read them fast and furious. Winston can't be with us tonight. So I'm going to read these. Here we go, because you're taking too long there. You weren't excited enough about it. This is, for those who don't know, we have fishing tournaments. We now have like color-coded names and stuff in them as well for the city, so you know where the fishing stuff is going on. And we have big winners. We have actually give away pretty decent little prizes for these things sometimes. But anyways, this time around we have... and we have different contests for the different areas, but we have, for the R100 fishing tournament, we have, for the pot scene, third place goes to Tina O'Near, second place goes to Cathius Forgius, and first place goes to Olymp. Yeah. For the NPC scene, I saw this person asking a question. I think they may be in the chat here. NPC scene, third place goes to Boa. Second place goes to Vector Gammer Marsden. And first place goes to, a name I know well, Owlsley. Or Owls. Ah, man, I always say Owlsley. It's Owlsley, I think. Then you got, for the PvP scene, for the Manly Men, third place goes to Marco. Come on, guys, play along here. Marco.
Polo.
Okay, there you go. Second place goes to Neverly Crusher. Oh, that's good. Neverly Crusher. And first place goes to Dirk Hammerstrike. That's a manly name, too. This name's going to get said a lot. For the lava scene fishing, the third place goes to Gamarol Sternenführer. Second place goes to Scormus Cutstone. And first place goes to Der Sirius Bodhi. Congratulations on having that name that you made us say 3 times already today. We also have a treasure hunt going on for the R100 treasure hunt. The PvE scene winners are third place, Peekaboo. Second place goes to Grom Hellscream. We got some manly names on here tonight. And then first place goes to Buzzard Bait. Not possible. We don't have buzzards in the game. PvP scene, third place goes to Peekaboo. Second place goes to Tummy Rumble Thunderbottom. And first place for the PvP scene, the final winner of our show today, Vox Aquila. Congratulations, all you guys. And also thanks to Peekaboo for having that name so I can go Peekaboo. I think it's PK-Boo, but whatever. Anyways, I think that is probably it. I think what do we need now? Now we just need to find the stream to raid. Do we have somebody there? We raid, and again, we'll raid. We'll figure out some way to pick who's going to be the raid. Who are we raiding today? Somebody. Bueller? Bueller?
I don't know.
All right, screw it. I'm going to find it. We got Coswell. I did not do Coswell. Let me check this. There's a Maliki. Coswell gets all the streamer guys anyways. I raid him whenever I can. I didn't raid him last time because there's a new streamer on here. So this guy doesn't look like a new character, but I think he's new. Let's see. Test. Oh, chat rules. Okay. Test. Okay, that's good. Oh, they're using eye tracking. Got it. That's cool. You can see where they're looking. Oh, look. They're looking at us, apparently. They're watching the stream. They're seeing what we're doing here. They must know what's coming. So we'll give this person a new raid here just because they got 234 followers. We'll give them a raid just because I haven't given them a raid ever before. Again, Coswald is on stream, and if you want to learn how to play the game, go watch that dude. He is actually both a good streamer and a good talker, and he knows how to play the game, and he's super constructive and helpful on stuff. We're going to come give Maliki a raid because they're new, and I have not seen them here before. I'm sure they've raided some. But, and I was reminded, I'm sorry to punish you guys, but I was reminded that I owed somebody a song because I was supposed to do 2 at some point last time, and I didn't. I only did 1. That was you guys can thank Marcus for that. So I'm gonna sing us out on a song here. I've been singing. This is been one of my favorite artists for a while here. Let me get the raid going, and then I'm gonna start singing here. You guys ready? You guys ready to say bye?
Great. Great.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna start punishing them now.
All right, bye everyone in advance.
Bye everyone in advance. Guys, again, thanks so much for playing the game. Enjoy Release 101. We're going to get a few more patches out. Again, Tuesday for sure we'll have a patch, well, unless it fails. And then it'll be Wednesday. But we're definitely going to get at least one more big patch out to get some of that stuff in there. And we will try and have a great weekend. Thank you guys so much. And let me get the raid going there. Hold on, I got to quench my thirst. Okay, you guys ready? This is, my daughter and I both had been listening to this person for a long time, just because we watch him on the Colbert Show at night. She will come and watch the Colbert Show. Totally inappropriate kid humor, but she comes in and she watches it, and I end up having to explain half the jokes to her, but she still enjoys it.
Colbert was recently playing D&D with the Critical Role guys, by the way.
Yeah, and he actually has been out with COVID. Oh, great! Now I'm gonna choke. Choke on water right before I'm supposed to sing. Oh. Now I'm going to sound horrible, and that's why. That's not why. All right, guys, so we're going to raid here. But anyways, we've been singing to this guy for a while and playing his music around, so it's super excited to see him win a bunch of Grammys. John Baptiste. But my daughter will come in here and sing this with me if I'm not careful. Here we go. The raid is going. Is it going? Yep, it's loading up. We done a lot of living, we're working overtime. Don't need another million, you got that gold mine. I love the way you're living, cause you're so genuine. You got that something special, Didn't you know I just need you, you. Met you when I was a little nappy-headed boy, and I never put down that alto saxophone. Yeah, block jumping down on the boulevard. I couldn't wait to blow my own horn. It ain't wrong for you to play along, playing this song till you die. In this world there's a lot of problems. All we need is a little loving. Thank you. Oh, you make me thank you for your love. We done a lot of living. We working overtime. Don't need another million. You got that gold mine. I love the way you're loving. Because you're so genuine. You got that something special. Did you know? I just need you. Guys,
Okay, I'm gonna
thanks
go
so
back
much.
to playing Minecraft.
See ya. We'll probably do another stream here the next week. We did, I think we had a total of 4 streams this last month. So we'll probably see you again here in a week or two. Talk to you guys later. Look forward to that patch. Enjoy the streamer we're going to. Bye. Give him a follow. And let's see.